Hello everyone, welcome back to Gist with D. Today we need to talk about a cinematic pairing that is currently setting screens on fire, tearing up the scripts and conventional Nollywood tropes, and giving us the ultimate blend of luxury, danger and intense chemistry. I'm talking about none other than Bimbo Ademoye and Timini Egbuson. In a narrative concept we are breaking down today, the price of gold and high-stake romance. Now, if you have followed Nollywood recently, you know that putting Bimbo and Timini in the same frame is like mixing premium fuel with an open fire. They are arguably two of the most charismatic actors of their generation. Timini brings that effortless affluence, bad boy with a hidden depth, and energy, while Bimbo is the absolute queen of range. She can pivot from raw emotional vulnerability to fierce, unapologetic power in a split second. When you wrap them up in a theme like the price of gold, I'm just talking about the shiny jewel. We are talking about the metaphoric cost of ambition, wealth, greed, and what happens when two people who are used to winning at all costs suddenly fall in love. Let's paint the picture of what this high-stakes world actually looks like. Imagine a world dictated by the wealthy elites. Think Lagos high society, billionaire oil magnates or underground gold smuggling, rings where every single smile has a price tag attached to it. In this kind of narrative, Timini Egbuson plays a character who was born into or swiftly conquered this gilded world. He's a smooth, calculated, and he believes that absolutely everything and everyone has a price. Enter Bimbo Ademoye. She isn't a damsel in distress waiting to be saved by a rich boy. No, Bimbo's character is brilliant, fiercely independent, and holding a golden stake of her own. Perhaps she is an editor threatening to expose his empire, or a rival player in the exact same dangerous game. The price of gold becomes the central conflict. In a world where everyone is chasing money, power, and status, love is the ultimate liability. To win the gold, you usually have to betray your heart. To keep your heart, you might have to watch your entire empire burn to ground. That is the high-stake tension that keeps us glued to the screen. High-stake romance isn't about sweet, peaceful love story. It's built on a foundation of I don't know if I should kiss you or expose your secret to the authority. Their romance becomes a high-speed chess match. Every touch feels dangerous because the stakes are so high. There is a specific kind of thrill in watching two attractive, powerful people try to outsmart each other, only to realize that their feelings for one another are the one variable they completely fail to calculate. But a story can't just be about fast cars, expensive designer outfits, and witty banter. For it to truly resonate, we have to look at the hidden cost. What is the actual price they pay? As the story progresses, the glamorous facade begins to crack. We start to see the moments where Timini's character realizes that all his wealth can't buy genuine loyalty, and Bimbo's character realizes that her emotional walls might be keeping her safe, but they are also keeping her incredibly lonely. The high-stake elements, the threat, the betrayal, looming loss of their fortunes, force them into a corner where they have to be completely honest with each other. The most powerful scene in a setup like this isn't a grand action sequence. It is a quiet late-night confrontation where the diamonds came up, the guard drops, and they have to admit that despite the chaos surrounding them, they are entirely terrified of losing each other. It is the contrast of raw human emotion against a backdrop of immense wealth. Bimbo Ademoye and Timini Egbuson are the perfect conduit for this kind of storytelling. They embody the glamour, the ambition, and the deep emotional talents required to make a high-stake world feel entirely real, grounded, and utterly intoxicating. If you haven't dynamic dived into their on-screen synergy yet, you are seriously missing out on some of the best high-octane romance Nollywood has to offer. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this incredible pairing and heavy price of missing gold with love. Let me know what you think. Would you choose the empire or would you risk it all for romance? Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.